Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the next episode of the Arcane Warstaff series, or rather, the final episode. I can't believe it. Now, before I get going, how's everybody doing? I'm doing good. I just got home from work, and I'm pumping out this video for y'all. I do have some explanation to do. It's been a lot of days since my last episode, and I'll get to that when I get to it. But in the meantime, for you to situate yourselves where I am in the playthrough, I had just acquired my jousting armor in the last episode, and here I go to Bryn, and I'm looking to round out my build, I gotta get my last things. Here I'm looking at the ring upgrades. I do end up getting the silver sapphire ring, because on this build I'm leveling perception, so I'm not really needing the accuracy. And magic resistance is more of an issue now than it was before. So I value silver sapphire ring very highly this patch. And following that, there is one last saucy piece of equipment in my inventory. If you notice the boots, the fucking tier 2 splint boots that I've been carrying since Osbrook. I am so overdue for an upgrade there, man. That's just how I play, dude. I'm really stingy, and I try to take my tier 2 armor as far as I can, as I did here. But it's time for an upgrade. We pick up the Mage Hunter boots because they're very affordable, very, very good boots right now. Top tier boot choice that you can take, Mage Hunter boots. Until they get new light armors, that's the armor to go in that slot. And the reason I was so focused on getting my armor upgrades here, it's because I found that very critical jousting armor piece of equipment for my character. Very good for the chest piece, and it gives you damage reduction on your whole body, because if you didn't know, damage taken stats on armors apply to your whole body, so that's why damage taken reduction is very, very good on armors, which the jousting armor has. Anyways, I have that right. And now I upgraded all my deficient body parts protections, and that means I can take on tier 5s. I'm even at a very good level for it, level 19. It's not exactly low level challenge territory, but it's respectable enough. And with this good equipment and this very powerful build with the Arcane Warstaff, I can very definitely do the tier 5s. And so here we take on the very first one of the day. And while I'm save scumming these enchants on my armors, don't judge me, please. I want the good enchantments, alright? But while I'm doing that, I think it's time I give my explanation. So, as I said at the start of the episode, my last episode was like 9-10 days ago? Oof. I started this series with the intention of doing like an almost daily kind of thing for my channel. I want to do more like daily edited contents, but that takes a lot of work, y'all. It takes work and time. It's not as easy as just uploading raw footage of, me playing the game. It could be like freaking 10-20 hours of gameplay. Or I could condense it very nicely. And that takes time, dude. So, I've been busy the last week and a half or so. I got a new job. As I mentioned before, I'm a night owl, okay? I'm a night owl. So this job, it kind of put me back into closer to daytime range. And that kind of took out a lot of energy from me. It was acclimating to it, and I was sleeping like a lot at first. And then after that, I got my first week done at my job. I got acclimated. Then I had to go out of town for my other side job thing. I can't really talk too much about that, but I have this other thing I do too. And I was out for like 4 days. And anyways, long story short, I'm back home. I can finally play Stoneshard again, thank the host. So, yeah, let's go into this tier 5 Crypt and fuck shit up, yo. I have to say, it is kind of sad that I'm cooking a basic-ass Daytailor stew like I'm in the Osbrook starter pack portion, playing with the fucking dog meat Daytailor stews, if you know what I mean, hobo sharders out there that make their dog meat soups. I know you're out there. I do it too sometimes, but yeah, Daytailor stew. While I'm walking to this tier 5 crypt, I do want to show a really quick video, something hilarious I made today. So on the Discord official Stoneshard server, I'm always shitposting there with my friends, my online friends. And I made this really funny thing with the Amogus and the hedgehog. I called it, well, I didn't call it that. Blackwood, my other guy friend there, he named it Hedgehogus. And he said that, and I thought, yo, I'm gonna make this this hedgehog Amogus thing, and I chased it. There's a video on screen if you haven't seen it. Oh man, I love Amogus. I'm just memeing so hard on that right now. I'm now in the Triune Hand Necropolis though, so let's see how my build handles the entrance. Bruh, I'm still full HP. Oh my god, that was a tier 5 skeleton at the front too, dude. Damn, that's strong. I've said this already many times in this series. Arcane damage, magic damage, it's so good in here because the enemies don't resist it very well, and skeletons in general, they're just very, very physically resistant. So magic damage just does work on them. Way more work than like nature damage, by the way. Don't confuse magic and nature. They're separate categories of spell type damage. Magic is like arcane, psionic, etc, etc. Those are really good damages for melees. Boom! Eat shit, pig. I am saying that unused cleansing chalice, and that's probably because I haven't been cursed yet since coming here, which is surprising, honestly, because every time you come here, it's a cursed mukbang. Let me tell you, it's a cursed mukbang from the ancient gas, the risen priests. If I got the names right, I don't know, but yeah, it's a mukbang with them, dude. They just throw that shit at you and they tell you to eat these curses up. But with the cleansing chalice, you can cleanse them all with just a sip of the drink, and this is the one place I like the cleansing chalice for. Otherwise, I don't find it worth it for the 4 inventory spaces. But for tier 5 crypts, I'd say it's very justified. If you don't have St. Wald's casket yet. Hey, that's a lot of stinky zombies, yo. Y'all need to take a shower. How long has it been? 400 years since you last showered? Bro, I can smell. Damn. Okay, that was a nice miracle schism, but what I'm trying to talk about here, those 2 ghasts, you want to be very careful when you're fighting them. Not because they're dangerous or anything, but they can literally soft lock your game. I'm not even kidding. I've had the experience myself. I've seen bug reports from other players. Sometimes if you have more than 1 ghast, they just do the unholy blessing spell on each other, and it's like a circle jerk reaction. I don't know what they're doing, but it's hard to explain, but basically they just get in this loop where they just keep casting a spell animation on each other, and it never ends, and you literally have to turn off the game. Alt F for it, cause it freezes at that point. You can't do anything. Not frozen in the sense that the game crashes. It just, the game breaks because you can't do anything. So my helpful advice of the day: try not to let these 2 ghasts spell each other. You know, it's a bad time for you if you have to redo a whole dungeon, which I have done before. That's happened to me. So I'm telling you, be careful with that. And down on the 2nd floor, this is a pretty forgiving entrance. I remember at RTR, so the entrances were really nasty, dude, and This looks pretty good. Only one ghast? I'll take it. and I was able to dash on him? Too easy. Bro, I'm trying to finish off this last skeleton from the other group and I'm getting Crypt of the Necromancer treatment from these skeletons? Nah, they gotta go, dude. They gotta go. Let me finish that tier 5 skeleton 1v1. I don't need you guys. It's fucking bolting me and putting sigils on my feet. Screw that. Those restless are annoying for real though. Sometimes they just refuse to go down, man. Oh man. Get off my ass, dude. One thing that I am loving about this build choice of playing the new arcanistic stuff, with Perception, I'm seeing the crit animation so many times, like half of the enemies I'm killing are all getting disintegrated into the Aether, and I love how often I'm seeing it. At this point, I'm pretty close to maxing out the stave tree, if not maxed out, I don't remember, but it's pretty cool to see all those crits and all those disintegrations. I'm gonna get a level up pretty soon here, and we're gonna see what status my character is once I get through this cloud and deal with these skeletons and undeads. Oh, an achievement. Nice. It's always really funny seeing the out-of-place low-tier enemies. Like, I was walking back and forth waiting for the cloud to dissipate, and then it was just the tier 1 rat swarm. Man, that is so out of place. I like, though, in the proselyte dungeon they included the tier 1 immolated, and that one actually buffs the enemy. Oh, let me shut up though. We got the boss fight. Hold up, people, let me shut up. Alright, that's the boss takedown. That's my criteria for saying if I beat a tier 5 dungeon successfully or not. But we still got his goons left to take out. It's kind of weird. I let the whole fight there unedited, no cuts, no nothing. I figured if I'm gonna show a fight in its entirety, it's probably gonna be the end game fight. This pretty much the completion of the run right here, beating this tier 5. And let me tell you, I am gonna win this fight. I'm just here thinking about my moves. But next, we're gonna fight another tier 5, and that's gonna be the tier 5 Bastion Fort Grey Falcon once we get there. After this boss room is cleared out, you know, clearing up the loose ends and looting the chest, of course. I'm also thinking I might extend this series to just one more episode, just one more. I might have lied at the start of the episode when I said it was gonna be the last one. I ended up taking more time in this tier 5 crypt than I thought I would for the length of the video. I feel like if I put the journey, the preparation to the Bastion, it'll end up being too long of a video for what I've been doing. Like 15-25 minutes is what my range has been. And so next episode, I'm gonna do the tier 5 Bastion. I'm gonna do the preparations for that. And I'm also thinking I'm gonna do like a build analysis more in depth, like how this build might have been better and stuff. I'll figure that out later. But that's gonna be it for this episode. I'm sorry again for the delay. I explained the reasons for that, but I'm back in the rhythm, back in the battle rhythm. Flow of real life has been figured out. But thanks everybody for watching. I'ma see you guys in the next episode. Have a good one. Peace.